All right, so I guess this is going to be the start of my YouTube channel. This is the first project that I'm kind of going to showcase, and I might kind of do a series on it. Granted, it's not, the best idea since I'm halfway done with it and have no content made for it. But this is my 2001 Chevrolet Suburban. This is an 8.1 liter 496 big block, mated with a 4L80 transmission. This is a hand-me-down from my parents. This was the first truck that I grew up in, and it's been in my life since. And I was in a car seat in the back like all of my youth. This became my truck. I've kind of done some mods to it. K&N air intake for like reusable filter, and I did actually do a Gibson exhaust on it. It is a dual exit. I don't know if you can see that. Dual exit in the rear. I've kind of also put wheels and tires on it, as you can tell. That's a 17-inch wheel, wrapped in BF Goodrich KO2s at that time. I also done a couple other little mods to it, like headlights, grille, and really good fog lights for it. I've also put light bars on it and bumper pods and whatnot, a couple stickers here and there. But yeah, this is the first project. I kind of want to do a little bit of wiring for this, like content for the wiring. And yeah, I've been through this truck. Yeah, it does have some minor issues still, just like transmission lines and whatnot. I put a Hayden fan clutch in it. Seems to work a lot better than the stock one because this has killed like 2 or 3 stock fan clutches, and I cannot figure out why. I'm also going to be doing a water pump on this and engine mounts, because part of the reason why this thing is actually torn apart and in the condition that it is right now is because the fan is hitting the fan shroud down in there, as you can tell. And you can actually see the engine's kind of sagging, so that's why I plan on doing motor mounts at this time. But yeah, like I don't really even have a direction for like this project because it's kind of become an overlanding Suburban, but like I'm not going to put long travel or even mid travel on it. I do plan on putting some King shocks on it for better ride quality, and granted, I think at least 2 of the shocks in this are blown. This does actually come with auto ride, and it does have 4-wheel drive. I kind of deleted the auto ride system, like half kind of. The rear shocks are unplugged, and I did a couple other things to it. But yeah, this is like a weird overlanding build, but like I'm not an overlander guy. I don't even carry a spare tire in this thing, to be honest. I really should, though. I do usually keep a compressor with me. I usually keep extra food, water, whatever. This is kind of more becoming like a service truck and like off-road, go do anything, whatever. Granted, I still don't have a winch for it. I also don't know if I really want to put a winch on this because I don't have a dual battery setup yet. I do plan on putting some move bumpers on it and wrapping it in the front and the rear, probably with some black bumpers to kind of complete the look with the tinted windows, black wheels, black grille, and all that. But yeah, I honestly hate the chrome so entirely much. I am not a big chrome guy at all. But yeah, this is the start. I hope to make, some pretty good content with this truck at least. I also am going to go back over to my other truck now that I plan on doing a full build after this gets at least a little bit finished, because I need something that still runs and drives other than my daily, that like gets good gas mileage other than this. Yeah, this does not, big motor. But I digress. Let's jump to that now. All right, so it was a little bit windy in this clip. This is my 88 Silverado Scottsdale. It is a single cab and it is a short box. I already did go ahead and pull out the motor in it. I did film the majority of that. I'm just pretty much showing off just the engine bay and the interior. It's kind of half taken apart right now, But this is the next project after the Suburban is like, remotely done. But yeah, it's getting the motor that I'm going to show in the next clip. All right, so this is the project truck motor for the 88 Scottsdale that's sitting outside. This was originally a 4.8 liter LS block, which, it still is, but I bored it out to a 6 liter, which is basically a 4-inch piston. I also put a set of 823 heads on it. These are the rectangle port, not cathedral port heads. They're a little bit better flowing head, better for boost and whatnot. I'm slowly building this, trying to get this together to get into that truck. I want to have a motor built and basically more or less complete with wiring and whatnot before I put it in. But a little bit about this motor, starting from the bottom up, that's just a truck pan. Went ahead and went with a LT4 forged crankshaft. This is a long snout crankshaft, which also has a keyway in it, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Went with an H-beam Speedmaster rod and an Icon forged piston. The compression height on those pistons is like a 125, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, slowly over time building this and getting this ready for that truck. I really want to only run about 10 pounds of boost with this, nothing crazy. I mean, it's going into a single cab short box style truck, and there's not going to be any weight in the rear end anyways, other than like, the fuel tank I put back there and the battery, and that's about it. So I don't see a need for more than 10 pounds of boost for this application that I'm doing. But yeah, that's kind of what this motor is. This is the first motor I've ever built myself. I'll show more of that in a couple other clips, but I built this at a buddy's shop. I was helping him out a lot and helped me out all along the way. He showed me the ins and outs of basically how to build an LS and what all to do, yeah, so stay tuned for more content on this. I will go ahead and start uploading probably a lot of content on this first. If not, it's going to be the Suburban project, but yeah, stay tuned for that. So I know a lot of people are going to be curious what transmission I'm going to be running. This is just basically a T56 out of like a Camaro or Firebird, something like that. I don't remember what they said it was out of, but I have all the casting numbers and whatnot and what this actually is. T56, I'm going to put a different bell housing and mid plate on it so I can actually run the proper slave cylinder that I want to for the clutch that I want to run. Also, that's a different project, but this is for the 88, so that's what's going to be in the truck. I still got to freshen it and do all that with it, and at least pull it out from under the rack. All right, so this is actually pretty off topic, but this is a little generator that I have that I do want to eventually build an exhaust for. All this actually has on it right now is just a little flame arrestor, so you can take it up in the woods and not like catch the whole forest on fire. But no, I do want to do that. That's going to be a welding project at some point on this channel because I do want to get into welding and fabrication, and I do want to show it and all that. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be like probably a year out before I get to that with what I plan on doing. But yeah,